Hey there, it's Tara from 40 Below Fruity, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the topic of living child-free and why I've chosen to not have children. I'm going to start this video with a bit of a disclaimer because I have a feeling that this might start a bit of a shit show because it's a controversial topic whether to have children or not. So I want you to know that I am sharing my beliefs and my opinion and the reasons that I have decided not to have children. Doesn't mean I don't think you should have children, okay? And I'm not trying to start an argument here, but I think it's something important to discuss. While I was on the Sea Shepherd ship this summer in Mexico, I met a lot of other women who have also made the decision not to have children. And it's nice, it's really nice to meet like-minded women because it is a rarity out there to be able to meet women who understand and appreciate when you don't want to have kids. Okay, so the first reason that I'm not having children. When I was a kid myself, I never enjoyed spending time with babies. I wasn't the type of kid who had a little stroller, pushed a baby around, pretended to have a family, that kind of thing. And as I was growing up, my close friend, who you've seen here in my videos, her name is Steph, she would always babysit and want to be around babies, and I would begrudgingly go along because I really didn't want to have any part of it. And it was such an awkward experience for me. I've never actually held a baby, and I have zero desire to ever hold one or spend any time with children or babies. So this has been something that I've been experiencing since I was a young child. And fast forward to when I was a teenager, I actually made the decision when I was 14 years old to not have children. And I know people are going to say, wow, that is so young. How can you make an important life decision like that at that age? But I knew even then that I didn't resonate with children and I didn't want that experience in my life. And I'm the type of person that when I make a decision like that, there's nothing that's going to change my mind. So that was 13 years ago, and I still hold true to my belief that I am not going to have children. And it seems to me that there's a lot of pressure out there for women to have children and conform to this idea that all women have to have children to be complete or to be whole or to have a purpose in this life. But I think it's really important for those of us who don't have this maternal instinct and don't have any desire whatsoever to have kids that we listen to that. And we honor that, and we don't feel any pressure to conform to society just because there's this wide-held belief that women have to have kids. The second reason that I have chosen to live child-free is because of environmental concerns. And I know that there are studies out there that say that there are not too many people on this planet, and there are an equal number of studies saying that there are too many people on this planet. And I don't base my decisions or my beliefs off of science-based knowledge at all. I don't need that because I live in this place on Vancouver Island in Canada, and it is a stunningly beautiful place. And I don't need science to show me that something is wrong here, that something is wrong on this planet. Because when I go out on kayak trips and camping, all I see is deforestation. All I see is clear cuts, new clear cuts, and these scenic corridors that go down the highway to make you think that there are trees still, and behind them there are kilometers and kilometers of old growth forests that have been completely ripped apart and no new trees planted. I don't need science to tell me that. You know, what I've seen with working with Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, the damage done to our oceans, that's enough for me to know that what we're doing here isn't working and there's a problem. And in my mind, I've known since I started school in environmental science when I went away to college, first went away to college, I took environmental courses and then outdoor education, and I knew then that there was something wrong with how we were treating our environment that we rely on to survive on this planet. And I knew that if I didn't want to be a part of the problem, I had to be a part of the solution. And to me, a big part of that was not contributing to using more resources on this planet by bringing another child into this world. I know a lot of people who live child-free feel that they don't want to bring another child into this world because of what we've done, but I come at it from a different perspective in the sense that I don't want to damage the environment more by bringing another child into this world because I see what's happening and it's a serious problem. And I understand that I could raise a child with my same ethics and value system and that they would respect the planet, perhaps, because that's not always a guarantee. But humans need resources to live. And this planet is not full of infinite resources that renew themselves constantly. I mean, it can be, but not with the number of humans that we currently have on this planet, or at least that's how I feel. So I'm very, very passionate about my environmental pursuits. And that is a main reason why I am choosing not to bring another child into this world. And the third reason that I have chosen to stay child-free is because I have my own purpose, my own passions in my life, and I want to dedicate my life to those things. And if I had to spend a good portion of my life raising a child, I wouldn't be able to put my time and effort and money into the things that I'm passionate about, like working with Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, like creating videos on YouTube. And I feel like I would be really held back if I had a kid. I know a lot of people don't feel that way, so I'm not saying you should or should not feel that way. Well, that's definitely how I feel. I want to spend my time the way I want to. And yeah, that is absolutely a selfish belief. I'm willing to admit that spending my time how I want, and I'm wanting to do that, and to do that for my entire life, it's absolutely selfish. But I don't see any problem with being selfish like that. Because if you do feel that way, that you have your own passions you want to pursue, and that doesn't include having a child, then you have absolutely every right to that. We each have a choice in our own lives with what we want to spend our time doing. I'm also curious to see how many of you watching this video have also decided to live child-free. And I'd love to know what your reasons are as well. Do you have similar reasons to why I don't want to have children, or do you have completely different reasons? I'm open to all of your comments and discussion about this topic, but there is one comment that I will not take seriously. So if you post it, you have been forewarned. You will not be taken seriously. And that is the comment of, "Oh, you're young. You'll grow out of it. You'll change your mind. Don't worry, one day you will want children." I know it's hard to believe, but just as women in their 20s can make the decision to have children, women in their 20s are also equally as capable to decide with conviction that they don't want children. And I think that choice should be respected as well. As always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs down. I know there'll be a bunch of people who definitely don't like talking about this topic, but either way, I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you guys next time.